Hi artists, let's go ahead and finish those birdhouses that we started before. So I already have a paper that has a decorated background and I already built most of my birdhouse, but it looks a little bit plain. So I'm going to be using scissors, and sometimes we'll use maybe paper. Sometimes we might be able to use cardboard, which is what I'm going to be able to draw right now. So you can see if I use this, I can make a really neat roof. But this is hard to draw on when it's bumpy. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm actually going to draw on the back, even though I'll be seeing this on my final product. So if that doesn't make sense, hold on. I flipped it over on the back. I made sure it's hanging over the edge of the birdhouse a little bit on both sides. And using those construction paper crayons once again, what shape do you think would be a good shape for a roof? Did you say triangle, or were you thinking triangle? All right, guys, I'm gonna draw a triangle. Whoa, that's so big it went off the paper. I don't really like it. That's okay. I can just draw another triangle. Yeah, I think I like that size better. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my scissors. Cut on the one that I like. Gosh, it feels weird to cut on this type of cardboard. I'll move my scrap aside, even though I might keep that for something else. And it's going to end up looking like this. And if it covers some of your background, that's okay. That's the background. It's in the back. This is in the foreground. It's in the front. So I'm going to actually use a little bit of this glue. You're going to use both types of glue today. Glue stick and liquid glue. So for this one, I'll flip it back over on the back side. Most of the time you work on the back, and it's just the end that you see the good side. Put 3 dots, and I'm going to put 1 in the middle for good measure. Not glue puddles. If you are making glue puddles, then I'm gonna say, wow, that artist is not ready for this glue. And I'll probably take it and ask you just to use your glue stick instead. Show me how responsible you can be. All right, guys, what's my birdhouse missing? I hope that you are thinking the birds. So I'm gonna set this aside, and there are so many different things we could build our birds out of. I'm gonna build mine out of scrap paper. That does not look very exciting now, does it? But this scrap paper that was used already can still be made into beautiful art. So you're gonna use your construction paper crayons to draw some birds, and I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. I'm gonna switch and use a Sharpie just so you can see. So all the birds have a couple different parts. And your goal is to make one bird you really like. If you are a fast worker, then I'm going to ask you to build more birds. Not say that you're finished, not put your artwork away, but build more birds. Okay, so every bird has 2 shapes that we need to really focus on: the body and the head. So, oh gosh, this one's really ripped. I don't mind. I'm gonna flip it over and work on the not pretty side, just like we did for the cardboard, just like I said we almost always do. To make a bird body, make it big. Do not make it small. Make it big. A bird body is a half circle, or a half circle-ish shape. Do you see how big that is? Still, you don't want it any smaller. And then on this scrap, I'm gonna put the head. I used 2 different papers. For the head shape, let me make sure which side should I draw on. I'm going to draw on the side that's uglier. Keep the clean side for my actual artwork. The head is just going to be a circle. Circles are hard to cut. Please do not draw small. Draw big. And I'm going to cut my 2 pieces out. I have my circle head. Try to keep your area tidy. And remember, it's going to look like this, where I can't see any Sharpies. And then I have my body. Draw on the back. Draw large. Keep your space tidy. All right, let's see the moment of truth. Ta-da! There's my bird. Now, if the circle's too hard, you could skip it and just use a half circle for a head and a body, but I think that looks very good, just like this. So I'm gonna decide where I want my bird. I'm gonna put it on the roof right here. And I'm gonna decide, before I glue, think about where I want the body. Do you see how the flat part is up? And I'm going to put the head covering a little bit of it, not the very tippy top. The head is going to overlap. So it's going to look like that. Not that. That's a turtle. Make sure it looks birdish. Okay, so because it's just paper, I'm going to use glue stick. Glue stick is the best when you just have paper because it's not as messy. Decide where you want it, make sure you like it. Really stick it down. And then I'm going to glue my head, thinking about what side do I want to glue and what side do I want to show. Okay. What else can I add on my bird? Because it looks like it needs something. There's a few things, isn't it? 1, I need an eye. Just one. Why? Actually, before I make the eye, let me make the beak. There are 2 ways to make a beak. You could use scrap paper and you could cut a triangle. The easiest way to do this is to go find a corner and cut a diagonal strip. That's the easiest way to make a triangle. Or if that's too challenging, you can also draw a beak. I kind of like this one though, so I'm going to go ahead and use that with my glue stick. It's hard to glue tiny things, but you guys are great artists. All right. Now going back to the eye, which I'm going to put 1 dot of glue. Why just 1? Why not 2? We have 2 eyes. Why did I just put 1? Is it because the other one's on the other side of his head that we can't see that side? That's the correct answer. All right, guys, and I know your favorite. We are going to be getting real feathers. Pick a feather or 2 feathers for your wing. To glue the wing on, decide where you want it with the liquid glue, because it's not paper. 1, 2 dots. That's it. 2 dots of glue. Gosh, it's so cute. Should I put even another one by his tail feathers? All right. You don't have to do this one, but it's just so cute. I'm going to put 1 dot there because it's about going off the page. All right, guys. So, half circle, circle, triangle, 1 eye, and feathers. Make sure you look at this one for an example. Oh, and another thing, if you want to add a door, you could make another circle. I drew it. You might not be able to see it. And you can make a door out of scrap paper too. It could be a circle shape, an oval shape, a square shape. Whoa, too big. Make it smaller, Miss Langdon. And you could add a door. They gotta get into this house. Ta-da! All right, everybody, I'm going to stop yapping because I can't wait to see what you make. Again, look at the screen, look at this one if you need to remember what parts do you need for your bird. Happy arting.